You're listening to The Money Hour with your host, Tina Mitchell, and co-host Keelan Harvey on Alternative Talk AM 1150.
And you are listening to The Money Hour
back
on
to the
1150 AM
show
KKNW,
with
the Friday,
local
May
mortgage
15th
experts
virtual
Tina
show
Mitchell
because of COVID-19.
and Keelan
Our
Harvey.
show is temporarily moved virtually, but you can catch our show on podcast and on air Saturday at 3 p.m. with a rebroadcast on Sunday at 8 a.m. I am your host, Tina Mitchell.
And I am your co-host, Keelan Harvey.
We bring in each week into studio when we're there, otherwise here virtually on Facebook Live, the best of the best experts in our local market on everything money. We're here to help you in today's economy. And now in studio, we have Laurie. Laurie, will you pronounce your last name? I feel terrible.
Oh, no, it's fine. It's hard. It's pronounced Lamoureux.
Lamoureux. That it's just hard to come. It's hard to come out of my mouth there. So Lamoureux. She is with Seamless Moves. Virtually moving isn't that a thing? Right here at 1150 AM KKNW. So Laurie, thank you so much for coming back in studio. It's fun to have everybody here today that's been in studio before. I keep saying coming back into studio, but we're actually obviously not in studio. But it's great to have everyone here that has been in studio before, but it's the first time that they've been on the show virtually. No exception, Laurie. Happy to have you here as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tina.
And a little bit about Laurie. Laurie is founder of Seamless Moves, a moving service company serving the Seattle and Eastside areas since 2004. She was a Navy wife for years, and so she learned some good ways and some not so good ways to make short or long distance moves. Laurie and her team are passionate about helping people feel less stress about moving by taking on many of the details so that their clients have a seamless transition to their new homes. For fun and relaxation, Laurie and her family enjoy traveling, maybe not as much right now, playing golf, that might be on hold for a little bit, clam digging, cooking. Now, cooking and eating meals together as a family, I'm sure you're doing lots of extra of that, Laurie, right now, yes?
Yes, absolutely. It's kind of fun, actually.
Yes.
I'd have more time now.
So, Laurie, virtual moving, is that a thing? Is it a thing? Like, can you virtually move? How does that work?
Yeah, I know. A lot of people are very concerned because they are buying houses and they want to buy a house or they want to sell their house. Their big concerns is how in the world are we going to move out or move in? And actually, I'm here to tell you it can be done.
So with a stay home order, people are still able to move and you're able to assist with that process.
That's right. We checked with the state and we found that we are an essential business as long as people are under a contract. So if they've sold a house or bought a house, if they need to move to an assisted living, if unfortunately someone has passed away and they need to clear out the home and they help with that, we're allowed to help with all of those things.
So, Laurie, talk to us a little bit about how that has changed since COVID-19 for you.
So,
is it safe?
Yeah, our crews and the mover guys that are really strong, and they pick up your sofa and they move them, and the guys come and pick up your trash if there's stuff left over when you're done. We're all wearing masks. We're all staying 6 feet away from each other and the clients, and we're wearing gloves sometimes if we need to or we want to, or we're doing all things that we can think of. We wash our hands a lot, and we use our hand sanitizer, and we do all the things that we can think of that will keep everyone safe during this time.
Yeah, and it's so interesting because when you're not in an industry like yours, Laurie, like Keelan and I were literally sitting, I move around a little bit because my legs actually hurt from sitting for so long. So I have to get myself to stand up. But so and I'm not even going outside hardly at all. And the very few times that I have, just to see everybody all masked up, and it's just so crazy out there. But let's talk about the move managers and how they're helping.
Right. So if you don't know what a move manager is, we are the folks that we help you program the entire move. We're like a general contractor for your move. So if you were going to build a house, you'd have a general contractor, and they would figure out the person who's going to do your painting or your put the studs up in the wall or do your landscaping. We're the people that do that for moving. So move managers are like a general contractor. And so the nice thing about hiring a move manager is that you don't have to do everything yourself. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to know who's the best mover, who's the best trash hauler, where's the best storage facility by my house. You don't have to know those things already before you start and think about how you're going to move. We can absolutely help with that. And we're pretty good at it.
Makes a lot of sense, Laurie. If you hire out an expert, right? Why would you try to figure it out on your own on the fly when you have somebody like Laurie who can do it? And that works for everything in life too. Find your best resources, find your experts, and let them do what they're good at. So, and I'm probably going to be thinking about this pretty soon. What could I be doing in advance to help myself if I'm thinking about a move?
Yeah. So the most important thing you can do to prepare for your move is to figure out what you're taking with you. And I know that sounds kind of obvious, but a lot of people put in their brain, what am I not taking with me? And especially for folks that are downsizing, and this probably doesn't apply to you, but for folks that are downsizing, they start thinking about all the things in their attic or their garage or their shed out and back. And they don't need to think about that if they're moving to a 2-bedroom apartment. What you need to think about is, what are you definitely moving with you, and literally walk through your home and put stickers on things that you want to take with you. And if you do that, especially now, it'd be helpful because the movers and our team won't be in your house for as long. And these are things that we can help with virtually as well. We can use Zoom or FaceTime or any program where we can see each other, and we can walk through your home with you, and you can show us an area of concern and say, I don't know what I should do with this stuff. I don't know if I should take it with me, or I definitely know I want to take all this with me. And so if you plan all these things ahead of time, and like I said, to even literally put stickers or Post-it notes or on the things that you want to take with you, then the movers and our team will be in your home for a shorter period of time, which will be more safe for everyone.
Yeah, and I love that tip of just do a Facebook Live with them or with you or your movers and show them around and what their concerns are. So, Laurie, let's talk about the things that they are going to move themselves.
So the things that are moving with you, move managers will come and pack up your things, or the things that you don't want to pack. You can pack things yourself, and you can get tips from your move manager on how to pack your things, where's the best place to buy the boxes and the tape and the paper. If you don't want to pack at all, I understand it's a big job. We'll pack things for you. Normally we come about a day or two before that moving truck comes and pack the things up and get ready. And then the moving truck comes and it takes your things over to your new place and unloads them and puts them where you want. And we can be there to help and make sure everything goes where you want it. And one of our most requested services is the unpacking after the move. Because we literally put the dishes away in the cupboards, make the beds, hang up the clothes. We can hang your pictures on the wall. We can make sure that someone comes to hang your TV on the wall. Whatever you need, the move managers can take care of for you.
Well, Laurie, I'm not looking at moving like Keelan is, but if I was, I would have you pack everything and unpack everything.
Tina, you read my mind. I'm just thinking, I can't wait to call Laurie here pretty soon, because I think if there's hell on earth for me personally, I think it'd be moving for eternity. I don't know. It's just one of those tasks. That and painting for me, I think everybody's got their own. But I don't think I'm going to have this problem, but I've had this problem before. What if I'm looking to downsize, and that could maybe be involved with getting rid of some things? What's your advice on downsizing?
Yeah, so it's a little challenging right now because there are only a couple of places that are accepting donations, charity donations, like a Goodwill type of place. So we know where those are. In a more normal situation, we have options for people to donate to places where they can really use your stuff and you can feel good about giving it away. And then we know where the trash places are that are open, hazardous waste, you have paint, you have spray cans of WD-40 that you'll never use again. We know where to take all those different things. We're doing a project right now in Bellevue where the folks have already moved to the apartment, and everything else in their home that they lived in for 35 years, they just do not want. The kids, the adult kids are coming in and taking the things that they want. And it's just up to us to figure out how to get rid of the rest and make the home empty so that the real estate agent can have their painters come or their carpet cleaners or whatever is needed to go to the next level of selling the home.
So Laurie, let's talk about, a lot of people are not sheltering in their own homes, but they've made a decision early in the process that they're going to stay with other parts of their family so that they can all shelter together. And right. Now they're in a position that they've decided to move. How do they do that when they're not even there?
Yeah, that's a great question. I'm going to steal Danielle's line. That's a great question because we did have a client who they went to California on vacation and then they were not able to come back early in the shelter process. And we did everything by FaceTime. Literally walked around their condo with them and showed them, this picture, this bed, this dresser, where do you want all these different things to go? And that's another thing that move managers are really good for is when you have things that are going to more than one place, if you are sending things to another home that you own, if you have a summer home, if you need some things to go to storage, which is what we ended up doing in that case, is we put some things into storage and, all different places that you could be sending things. That's the kind of thing you want to have your move manager take care of so that you can focus on the things that you need to focus on.
Well, Laurie, unfortunately, we only are down. It goes quick. We're down to a minute, but I thought this would be kind of the last thing to leave it here. And of course, I'll leave the forum open if you want to ask, leave anything else with our listeners. You're more than welcome. But I'm curious to know if because of all the constraints of COVID, has the cost of moving gone up?
I don't think the cost has gone up. I think the cost is either the same or possibly a little bit less because there are a lot of folks who are either working from home or not working at all. And so if they have a video conference with us and we give them some ideas on how to get their initial parts of their move going by themselves, there's more that they can handle now that they weren't able to handle before. So I think that actually the cost might be slightly less right now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's good news for me.
Yeah. That's awesome news. Low interest rates, low moving costs.
Yeah.
Not too much of a discount on the home, but it's all good. Laurie, thank you so much for coming into studio. And since this is different than normally with on radio, we're only thanking the last guest because nobody can see everybody else is still in studio. So thank you, Tony. Thank you, Danielle. So thanks to everybody.
Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Keelan.
It was a great show. Thanks, Laurie. I know it's kind of challenging with the Zoom video and who's chiming in there. Well, and that's it. That is our show. I am your host, Tina Mitchell.
And I am your co-host, Keelan Harvey.
We are your local mortgage experts and signing up for the day. Have a great rest of your week and the weekend. We look forward to talking more with money with you next weekend right here on 1150 AM KKNW.